What up? Stovilla Elohim Ra. Back at you. Today we're going to do some little bit of knowledge on the sine wave, the pulse wave. You know, so everybody understands it. Syncretism. I learned this from Santos Bonacci, one of my heroes. And it goes like that. And you have the pillars of Hercules. Separates everything. This side right here is 6 a.m. and it's also March 21st, the real first day of the year. And that would make this up here would be noon or June 21st. It's for the day. It's for the day and the year. This way. This right here. Here, we'll circle it around. It's a lot easier to understand it. Another beautiful circle. This is September 23rd, which would be Judgment Day for the Yahudi or the Jews. It's also 6 p.m. Down here would be midnight or December 22nd. Each one of these points, the sun stops for 3 days to take the corner. That's why 23, 24, 25 would be Christmas. And this would be right. Okay. This would be Aries. First one is your head. So when you arise, you rearrange Aries, you get a rise. That's also Adam. I hate this thing. It's Adam, and this would be Taurus, which is Eve. I'm retarded today. I should start over. Never. And then that's Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, the top. Electricity, Al. And then you come straight across from them like Aries. This would be Eve, which is also Libra. And this would be Adam again, which is Scorpio. Okay. And this is Mars. This is ruled by Mars. That's why it's Adam and Venus. Taurus. And over here, this is Venus and Mars. These two, this does not happen anywhere else in the sine wave, anywhere else in the zodiac. Those two. This is Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. This is Adam and Eve thrown out of the Garden of Eden. This is spring, summer, fall. I call it autumn. Everybody should. Autumn, autumn. This is winter. Okay? And now, when you get here, this is Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Okay? This Capricorn is the goats. Okay? That's also January, John the Baptist, all that good stuff. Janus, all of it goes Capricorn, the goats. That's why they have us calling our sons and daughters kids. This is their sign. Separate the sheep from the goats. That's the first. This is where the winter starts. Spring starts. Summer starts. Autumn starts. This is why they gave us January 1st as the first month of the year. When it's March 22nd. That's why you see 322 underneath those skull and crossbones. You can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's separates this top part from the bottom part. That's what it is. It's the septenary, and it's Eve. Eve levels everything out right there, and that's 6 p.m. So that's Eve Ning. You know, it's Venus. It's all there. All of it is in there. And when you get the ball and you lance it, you get the little, it looks like Saturn. That's balance, the lanced ball. We don't live on a ball. We live on a flat plane, square ice, with the sun going in a circle, eating a hole in this sheet of ice. You know, when it's way out here on the outside, it's the Tropic of Capricorn. When it's way out, when it's in the middle, it's the Tropic of Cancer. That's why it's 6 months daylight up there. And then it goes back and forth from those two. The equator is in the middle of those. And as it goes through there, it makes that analemma, which is the beheading of John the Baptist when it crosses right here. At 8 degrees above the ecliptic. Always, it's eating a hole in the sheet of ice. That's all it's doing, you know. And you gotta have that essence. I always say that. I mean, that's the goddess, the success. That's your essence right there, that yin and that yang. You gotta be balanced. You gotta lance that ball. You know, that's whatever. It's everything's in there. It's the sun and the moon. It's the sine wave. This is male, feminine. This is masculine, feminine. This is daylight, darkness. You know, it's hot, cold. It's electricity and magnetism. And when you follow them straight across, you know Leo is the L. The sun rules here, and the moon rules here. And straight across from both of those is both Saturn. And they've ruled those. Aquarius is ruled for 2,000 years by Uranus, and then 2,000 by Saturn. And when we cross this line right here in the great year, we go this way. You know, Pisces into Aquarius. Because when we cross this line, that's when the Pope stepped down. That's when Jupiter is no longer in control in Pisces. You know, right here you have the Taurus. That's when Moses had the golden calf, and you know they destroyed the golden calf. That's when we crossed this line going backwards into the ram. Then when he was in the age of the ram, Mary, the sheep. Mary had a little lamb, Mars, the horse, water. It means many things. You got to do the etymology. And when we crossed this line, God told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, you know, his firstborn son, and he didn't do it. He found a ram. That's their sign here, is the ram in the thicket, cardinal fire, and he sacrificed the ram instead. And then we entered into the 2 fish, this is Jesus. That's how it really is. Jesus, you know, he had the 2 fish in the bread and all that good stuff. Pisces is your feet, your 2 feet, it's your head. And then when they crucified Jesus between the 2 thieves, September 23rd, before George Bush signed the treaty in and changed daylight savings times to November. Yeah, this thief steals your daylight. This thief steals your nighttime. They're the equinoxes. When we cross this line, he sacrificed the ram. Jesus was crucified between the 2 thieves because he's the sun in the middle. And then right about in here, he said, I got to go back up to the right hand of my Father. Ra, right ascension, ram, right ascension of meridian, or easter. Only goes east or right. And then they said the disc, the flat disc. Eipels asked him, well, where do we go from here? And Jesus said, go into the house of the man with the water pitcher and meet me in the upper room, which is right here where we are now, which is directly across from Leo. L, so it's the opposite of L, is Mag. I'm really feeling it today. Is Mag. That's where we are right now. You know, we crossed that line, we went into it, into the cusp, and this way is about 25,000 years, give or take. And it took, in that time frame, it took us 50 years, from 1962 to 2012 to get here. And that's where we are now. We're in Aquarius, and everything's changing. You see them spraying the sky so we don't get those energies from the sky. They're spraying metals, chaff in the sky, aluminum, Illuminati, all that. Mercury, Mer is the water, America, commerce, merchant, merchandise, Merlin, mermaid, with all the sea, all that. and then barium, the bar association, the barbarians, you know, backwards. And it's Arab, bara Arab. And people need to understand what's really going on. They've already taken our bodies, they've already taken our minds, and now they're out to get our souls. And it's time to get your armor on for real, people. I'm telling you, every one of these is 2 hours every day. This is 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Your head. That's when Sarah or Abraham went in the tent, changed his name to Abram, came out and married Sarah. So that's your Cerebrum. 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 When you add a bull, the bull is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's your throat. It's time to eat breakfast. You know. Then you add a bull, which could be bell as well. Cerebellum, cerebellum. You know. Then Gemini is the twins. That's your lungs and your arms, your shoulders. Cancer is your chest area, your breast. Leo would be your heart. Virgo, that's your womb. That's the midsection. The sept separates. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the separates right there at the 7. That's why 9/11 is 7/11. Sept means 7, oct means 8, not 10. Nov means 9, not 11. Dies, December, it means 10. You know, it's because they started here instead of where they're supposed to. That's what's really going on here. And Virgo, the womb, Libra, that's right in the middle of it here. And then Scorpio would be your genitalia, you know, you're torched and then you're scorched. You know, Taurus is where they get all of it. Clitoris, tort law, the torch that they tortured people with. Whole nother video. And then Sagittarius would be your thighs. That's the hippo. That's why they call it sagging, because of the thighs in Sagittarius. Cap is your knee caps. You know, that's your capri pants, knee caps, capitals, names, captured, captive, captain, decapitated, capsized. You know, Aquarius would be your shins, and Pisces is your 2 feet, and then it starts over again every single day. You have to know this. You need to know what time it is, because time is the energy. You read it backwards. It's the energy we emit, which is electromagnetism, abracadabra, abrasions and vibrations on a atom-cadmon battery, you know. I want to get this out there, because, I mean, the basics need to be known. If you can't see, I can syncretize anything I say into this wheel. This is the rotor, the Torah. They're all just rearranged. You know, the tarot. This is your free will. They call it the umbrella incorporated, the carousel, the circus, you know. They want everybody dying for the sun, which is soul. And if you're a soldier, you're a soul-dier. They don't want you to know about the moon. They want you to be afraid of this darkness. There's nothing to be afraid of down here. Fear is just the word fire, which is just the word Pharaoh, which we ain't never got away from. They only give you solid, liquid, and gas. They don't want you to know about that raw when you go back up and fall again as rain. They don't want you to know about any of that. I'm telling you, it's that radiance. They're just like water. Goes up and falls again. And when you lose that fire, that raw, that pyra, mid, fire in the middle, and that's why your body turns cold when you die, is your spirit. Crazy camera shut off on me, but I was talking about when you die, your body gets cold because your spirit leaves it. Your fire in the middle. That's S-P-I-R, spirit, respiration. That's pyra. P-I-R-A, P-R-I-A, P-I-R-I, pyro. Anything like pure, P-U-R-E. That's fire. You know, just people need to know this knowledge. You know, they're doing what man, these evil principalities, they're doing everything they can to get to us, to get to you, to get to your children, sons, daughters, you know. It's just, and that 7/11 is 9/11. That's where I was at, you know, in the Spir. It's not S-P-H-E-R-E, it's S-P-E-A-R, this Spir, you know. They sell pies there. It's the pie chart, you know. The peace sign is supposed to be the bottom two. I mean the top two, but they switched it during the Vietnam War to the bottom two, you know. And that building 6, anybody wants to know about this 7/11, Building 7 and then the towers would make the 11. Look at that building 6. Google that building 6, you know. I mean, I'm doing everything I can, you know, just like the Bible has. It's just a story, you know. It's just these are the 12 disciples, and the one in the middle, you know, is Jesus. You see it in the Last Supper, you know, and he said the nations were going to come together, and he's going to separate them like a shepherd, and separate the sheep from the goats. These are the goats right here. The God of all things, greatest of all time, GOAT. You know, they're the Capricorns, the Chupacabras, you know, the Chapra, and a goat is Aries, omnibus, Aries, I'm not sure. But when you merge these two together, a sheep and a goat mate, you get a cherubim. And people don't. I wish I don't know how they've gone so far into confusing us as they have. I can talk about this forever, but like I say, I keep my videos short. And, you know, just this Eve is the Venus. They want everybody to it divides. No, that it doubles. It can divide, but it also doubles. That's the secret of the secretions that come from your salt, your salvation. You know, I love y'all. Way past time for truth. Way past time for truth. These are the end times. You know, in that greatest story ever told called the Bible, it's time to make the new earth, the new heaven and the new earth, and I'm bringing it in, and they better be ready for it. Time for truth, love and wholeness. Love y'all.